There's a few things that I'd like your views on. There's two things that are very closely related. In this particular call, where things got derailed is when Keith had the wrong idea of what BombBomb did, and I had to kind of clarify what BombBomb did, and very quickly that just kept going on the what BombBomb did conversation. And like Scott said, here we are 20 minutes in, and we actually haven't talked about his problems yet. And that'll happen fairly often, where I'll try to ask questions, but the customer doesn't even have the context of what the hell BombBomb even is to know what context I'm asking those questions in. So they want, and in some cases it might benefit me to give them at least a little context of what we are, what we do, so that these questions start making a little more sense. But of course, it's a matter of how you give that context without it being, pulled off down this ramp of talking about my product instead of them. Which I think is closely related to a second thing is I continually in every sales call, particularly in the outbound sales call, there seems to be this tension on these calls where the prospect doesn't really want to talk about themselves, their business, their pains, their process. They just want me to tell them what the product does, right? And I am not all that interested in talking about my product and what it does yet. I want to talk about them and their business and their pain and where I can help. And it seems like we can't both get our way, and there's this back and forth.
You're in an old school gunfight, dude. That's what it is.
That's what it feels like. So, yeah. I mean, is that true, or is there a better way to look at it and do it? Because that's what it always feels like. Like one of us has to get our way over the other. We either talk about them or we talk about my product.
Yeah. So who's good? So who should win this gunfight?
I know I can't sell my product if I don't learn about them. So I want to win this gunfight.
Okay.
But at the same time,
sit with that mentality for the next fucking 45 years of your selling career right there. And you'll be in better position than you are right now. Because it doesn't feel like you believe that. It feels like you're in this customer servicing Nordstrom's kind of mode where the customer is always right. And you're skewing that direction whether you realize it or not. Whereas I would rather somebody hang up on me than run my sales process at their speed. This game is played on my home turf, or I don't play the game. That's my mentality, and that's how I teach it. And so I'd love for you to work on that mindset, right? It will change the way you look at and approach some of this dialogue.